What's up, guys? So Hinky here for Clever Games, and today we're going to be talking some multiplayer strategies for Binary Domain. All these clips are going to be primarily team deathmatch, as I just spawned in front of that guy that was trying to spawn camp us. But basically, I think people don't really understand that third-person shooters are way more about positioning than I think actual shooter mechanics, which you'll kind of get a little bit of a glimpse at in this clip because of the way that me and my teammate advance on these two guys that are at the end of this hallway. So I knew that obviously they had us pinned down, so I was waiting for my teammate to start shooting so that they would go back into cover before I advanced up the right side of the hallway. But you see that most of what got us these kills at the end of the hallway here were how we moved rather than how we shot, because the shooting is pretty simple and aiming in third-person shooters isn't that big of a deal unless you're sniping, which you'll see a little bit later. The other big thing for Binary Domain specifically is having the right nanotechnology for your specific class. So, for instance, I am playing the Striker class right now, which is a close-range shotgun class. So all of my nanotechnology is built toward that. So I have close damage resistance, I have increased close damage, and then I have just increased bullet damage in general. So I put people down in 1 or 2 shots with the shotgun from up close. And you'll actually see later in this clip that I do get a one-shot kill from the shotgun. The other classes that you'll be seeing in this video are the Sniper class, which will be the second clip, and then the second class that I use, and then also the Scout class. And once those clips come up, we'll talk about the nanotech that I'm using for those. Another thing is just kind of watching how and where your enemies are advancing from. So I noticed that they were coming up this far ramp pretty much every time, just running directly from their spawn across the map. So it's really easy to flank them. You'll see here that I can in fact see all of them advancing up the far side of the map. So just waiting for them to go up the ramp before I come in behind for the kills. And you'll see once I get up here that I believe I get 2 of them. Just checking to the left to make sure that there's no one looking out this window, and then almost paid for it there because this guy saw me coming, but managed to take him down. Some handy shotgun work. And then I finish him off with the pistol. Another thing in this game, the explosives are actually very, very powerful. So knowing when and how to use your explosives to your advantage is always, always, always helpful. Especially the claymores. The claymores are essentially always going to be a one-hit kill, which you'll see here in a second. So I knew that they were being super aggressive, so it was worth it to buy 2 claymores to just claymore both of the main entrances. I didn't do the one closest to our spawn just because I figured that that one would be easy to cover, but claymoring both of these doors definitely ended up paying off in this match as well. One thing that I definitely enjoy about this game is it seems that pretty much every class is viable. There are a couple things that I don't like about the way the Scout class is, for instance. The SMG for I don't know the names of the teams, but for one of the teams is way, way more powerful than the SMG for the other. So there are a couple little balancing things that I disagree with like that, but pretty much everything else is balanced. And I definitely enjoy the fact that you have to buy the more upgraded weapons each time that you want to use them, and then you lose them if you die. So sort of a Counter-Strike-y kind of mechanic there. But anyway, we'll be getting into the Sniper clip coming up here in a second, right after I pwn some of these guys. I think I went like 16-4 this game. We still ended up losing the round. I don't know what it is, but I've been put on the losing team almost every time, just no matter how well I do. So here we go with the Sniper clip, and this is just another positioning game because this map is kind of more spread out than the others. And you'll see that knowing where they spawn from and where they're going to be coming from is super helpful. So I had just shot one guy that was on the runway before I killed that guy that was up in their sniper nest. But there is a kill cam I think that they had turned on in this match, but still pretty generic location, so just getting good positioning on the other team to make sure that I could maximize my kills here. And this guy kept trying to get back up into the sniper spot, which was not the best idea for him. You'll see there are a little bit of there are some lag problems. A lot of, I don't know if it's supposed to be lag compensation or what, but people will sort of warp around the map. But if you're shooting where they are before they warp, you can still put them down, which is kind of interesting, but also really annoying because every now and then you'll just have someone with a shotgun randomly warp up behind you and kill you. The perks that I'm using for the sniper class are essentially all bullet damage perks, just because the sniper rifle that you get starting out, and actually even the upgraded one, doesn't put people down in one shot unless it's a headshot normally. But if you buff the damage up with as many damage increases as you can, then you will put people down in one shot. So definitely helpful. There were a couple times it takes two. It just depends where you hit. But if you're hitting someone in the chest with the bullet damage upgrades, you will be able to put them down. So I definitely recommend that highly for the sniper class. And then coming up here, you're going to be seeing the scout class, which is actually probably my favorite in the game because of the way that you can play it in terms of moving around the map really quickly. So see here in a second, using the scout class, I have the speed increase as well as the close range damage increase, and then I think I just have also have a close range damage decrease against me, so close range damage protection, I should say. So the scout class, and it's sort of the way that I play first-person shooters too. It's just kind of how I roll with the kind of run and gun style. And not to mention that when you're on, I'm not sure what the teams are called once again, but when you're on this team, the SMG is absolutely devastating. You put people down so fast, and it's really accurate, so getting headshots is a breeze with this gun. But once again, this class just mainly about being very, very mobile. So I recommend, even if you don't do the speed boost nanotechnology, that you get something that increases your mobility, like increased evasion or something like that. Once again, in this map, though, knowing where the enemy is and where they spawn from and everything is super helpful. So I see they have a minute left, but I also notice that they are advancing up toward our spawn. So to try and take the round for the team, I basically ran all the way toward their spawn and kind of took a chance that my team was going to be bad and not really kill many of them, which was a good bet this game. So basically, just making my way around toward their spawn, but then there's a ramp that will lead up to the hallway that leads to our spawn, which is where they are right now. So I knew that if I could flank behind that, I'd be able to get some kills. Unfortunately, my team are just dropping like flies, so we weren't able to pull this round out, but you can see just how knowing where your enemies are and generally where the action takes place can help you out. You can see getting a nice flanking maneuver on them. Kind of unlucky timing on his part because I was going in to finish off the other one and he just kind of ran into my bullets. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this video at least a little bit helpful, and definitely make sure to stay tuned to Clever Games for more Binary Domain as well as other multiplayer strategy videos.